Ladies and gentlemen, in today's video I'll be showing a preset of mine within Saturn 2 that will definitely change the way you process vocals and the way you actually view and how you actually saturate the vocals. Let's dive into the video. I'll jump to another screen and explain you everything in details. Also, the preset I'm about to show you is available at our Saturn 2 pack. We built this from scratch, me and my engineers. A lot of people supported it, so I hope you like it too. So ladies and gentlemen, this is how the preset looks like, and it's called the vocals that cut through. And this is basically what this preset does, makes the vocals cut through the mix. Before we actually start discussing all the bands or the settings I have here, let's play the before and after to see if you can actually notice the difference.
It's been hard to get by without you by my side, 'cause you've been gone too long. I wondered what went wrong.
So I have three bands right here. I have the one that covers the lows and the mids, and I have one that covers the vocal range, and I have one that's covering the highs. On the low band, all I have here is the warm tape that's pushing about 10%. This preset is again fully adjustable, so you're very free to adjust your amount to your taste. And why I actually have warm tape here? Warm tape introduces third order harmonics, which sound very warm when it comes to vocals, instruments, mix bus, and even in mastering. So on vocals I personally like how the tape sounds, so that's why I included it in this specific preset. And I got a lot of positive feedback on this specific preset, so yeah, generally people like this too. Before we move to the special range here, let's go to the high end. Because on high end, besides having regular processing introduced in, I also have warm tape selected, but I have an adjustment when it comes to envelope follower. This envelope follower is routed to this treble knob. Now let's play the before and after while adjusting this amount so you can actually notice the difference of what this specific adjustment does.
It's been hard to get by without you by my side, 'cause you've been gone too long. I wondered what went wrong.
So the absolute key here is to adjust to your taste. Personally, I like this specific amount, so this is like the default amount in the preset that I made, and I also like about 20% of drive here. Moving to the main range of this specific preset, which is starting from 2 to 5 kHz. You can usually find the vocals presence around this range. This is also one of the ranges where our hearing is mostly sensitive to. So within this range, I'm using this drive knob to push about 50%, but instead of warm tape that I use on the high end, and now why I'm using tube here on the high end. I'm using tube here because tube naturally introduces second order harmonics, which actually helps me to build the RMS value around this specific range. However, on my high end I use the warm tape because tape naturally tends to smooth out the high end, basically cuts the high end a bit naturally, so the overall signal sounds much warmer. That's the reason I'm using tape on the high end, and that's why the vocals sound beautiful with this specific preset. However, since I use tube here, I'm introducing some amount that sounds musical to me. Now I'm using another envelope follower in transient mode right here. And I forgot to explain how do you actually create this. You can go here on plus, you click on new envelope follower, and then you can switch from envelope to transient. Since I have this envelope follower in transient mode here, I'm routing it to my drive knob that I'm pushing about less than a half of this value, and I'm also routing it to my output right here. Let me quickly mention something. Keep in mind that this vocal, when I play it before and after, and the before and after you're about to hear, are completely the same in terms of peak value. The only difference is the RMS value, which actually makes the vocal louder, upfront, and more present in the mix. And what this envelope follower in transient mode does to audio when I'm routing it to the drive knob specifically, basically we're saturating the transients and we're creating more movement on the transients themselves. So I'm not using the whole signal, I'm using the transients, and that's why the vocals sound more upfront, full, and basically very present in the mix. And people usually ask me about should you use oversampling, linear phase, should you actually use anything on vocal specifically. If you can see right here, I use the good quality right here. Of course, higher the quality, better the results. I'm using good quality here, which is actually oversampling. You could go for superb quality, which is 32x of oversampling. Good will definitely serve you well and this actually depends on your specific system that you're working in. So before we end the video, let's play the before and after one more time, and please take a moment to notice the difference.
It's been hard to get by without you by my side, 'cause you've been gone too long. I wondered what went wrong. It's been hard to get by without you by my side, 'cause you've been gone too long. I wondered what went wrong.
Another thing to keep in mind with this specific vocal is that this vocal has only compression on it. My goal for today was to use a completely dry vocal without reverb, de-essing, anything, and to show you what this preset is actually capable of and how good it can actually sound. Optionally on this vocal, you would need a de-esser, you would need some kind of processing to make it sound even better, but the goal is to show you how powerful Saturn II is and why it's actually important to saturate the vocals. So if you're again interested in getting this specific preset, we have 100 of them in our Saturn II pack. And we are so proud of the pack, and a lot of people actually like it. So hopefully now you understand why it's highly important to saturate the vocals and how good the results actually sound. Thank you for watching the video, make sure to watch our other videos, and feel free to let me know some suggestions for the future content. See you in another video.